Good morning, guys. Welcome to our assembly. It's Wednesday, it's the middle of the week, and it's the 17th of November. So we're just over halfway through the month. I hope you've all had a lovely week. I hope you have been learning some really cool stuff in school. And I wonder if you can tell me, again, like we always do, what is the theme for our assemblies this week? I wonder if you've got it actually written on your HeartSmart whiteboard somewhere in class. It is Anti-Bullying Week. So our global goals for this week are peace and justice and strong institutions. And if we get that, we get our good health and well-being as well, because we were talking about being kind and our theme being one kind word. And in Monday's assembly, we talked about how kind words spread those kind messages. It makes everybody feel good. And I was really pleased with all the children in Foxes and Owls classes, because when I went into their class on Monday, they were talking about one kind word and about how being kind makes you feel good. And if we do that, it gives us that good health and well-being, but also helps other people with their health and well-being as well. So we talked about that one kind word, doing those positive things makes you feel good. So what I want to do today is I want to use our assembly to share our anti-bullying policy with you. Now, you should have this poster somewhere in your class, and we're going to take each little bit one at a time, and we're going to talk through this because it is mega important. Okay. So our child-friendly anti-bullying policy. Now, we've got a long document with all sorts of things for the teachers, for the adults in the school to know about our child-friendly anti-bullying policy, about anti-bullying. But this is our child-friendly version. This is everywhere throughout the school. It's in the playground so that we can all see it all the time. Bullying of any kind is unacceptable in our school. Okay? And we're going to think about our rights. So we have the right to be treated with respect. That means treated in the right way. Okay, so we should be treated. Every one of you should be treated. You should be treating other people the way that you want to be treated. That's the key thing, so that everybody feels safe and happy. So bullying is when someone else chooses to be unkind to another person more than once by hurting, frightening, or upsetting them. It's not something that happens just on one day. You might fall out with somebody on the one day, but if this happens again and again and again, then that's when it becomes bullying. Okay, it's not something that just happens once where you fall out and then it gets sorted out. So there's different types of bullying behavior. It might be emotional bullying, hurting someone's feelings, leaving them out, laughing at them, or teasing them. It might be physical bullying, where there's hitting or punching or kicking, or other types of physical bullying. It might be verbal bullying, name calling, teasing, or swearing. And it might be several different ones of these, all wrapped up in the same problem. It might be racist bullying, being unkind to somebody because of someone's culture, where they come from, or their skin color. It might be homophobic, transphobic, or biphobic bullying, the behavior or language that makes somebody feel left out or excluded because of their gender identity or their sexual orientation, whether they identify as a boy or a girl, whether children decide that they fancy another boy or a girl, they're attracted to somebody else. And cyberbullying. Now, all of this stuff that we just mentioned can happen face to face. It can happen in the playground, but actually it can happen online as well. So it might be happening by messaging. It might be happening by sharing things in a group chat using your phones, or on the Xbox using online chatting. And it could be somebody being unkind to you, threatening you, spreading untrue rumors about you. And it might be that people try to persuade you to do something that you know is wrong, and they're constantly getting at you to do this. And we know through our online safety lessons, through our computing lessons, that you should never agree to meet with somebody that you communicate with online, because it's important to only talk to the people that you know online. So this big green box at the bottom, bullying of any kind is unacceptable. That means we just don't do it. It should not be happening at Wincham. Nobody deserves to be a victim of bullying. And bullies need to learn different ways of behaving, and they need help to do this. So we can make this happen. We can help people, but we need to do it in the right way. So if you are being bullied, then the things that you need to do are these green things. Ask them to stop. Look them in the eye and say, no, stop doing that. Go away. And then ignore them. Walk away. That's the key thing. If you are in a situation where somebody is being unkind to you, you need to walk away. And then, most importantly, these big bits in capitals here, tell someone, tell an adult what is happening. And ideally, you tell somebody in school right there, right then, because then we can deal with it right there, right then. And if you can't speak to somebody in school, then you speak to somebody at home. And a parent or carer or whoever it is that you speak to can speak to us in school, and we can help to sort it out. Okay? So it's really important that you go through those steps. If somebody says these things to you, you look at them, you tell them to stop and say, no, don't do that to me. You ignore them, turn around, you walk away, and you speak to somebody about it. It's really, really important. Things that you mustn't do. Things that you mustn't do. You mustn't do what somebody says. If somebody says to you, go do this, go do this, go do this, don't do it. They're not the boss of you. You decide what to do. This next one is really difficult, but really important. Don't get angry. Because when you get angry, you lash out and you can be in the wrong as well. If you walk away, you ignore them and walk away, then it's easier not to be angry because you're taking yourself away from that situation. Try not to show you're upset. Try not to hit and lash out. Because then if somebody is looking for a response from you, if they're looking to upset you, they think, I'm going to upset Fred, I'm going to have a go at him, and I'm going to call him smelly and what have you, and you show that you're upset, then they've won, they've got what they want. And most importantly, don't think it's your fault. It isn't. It is not your fault if this happens. So if you tell somebody, particularly telling a grown-up in school, they can make this right. They can help to sort this out. Okay. So that's if it's happening to you. If you see somebody being bullied, don't walk away from it. Do something about it. If you see this happening, don't stay silent. Tell a grown-up, or ask the person who is the bully to stop if it's safe to do it. Ask the person who's being bullied if they need your help, but don't stay silent. Now, the people who are doing this, if it's happening at all, need help to sort out their behavior. You're not going to manage that. As children, you're not going to manage that. But as adults, we know how to do it. Okay, so we need to know if these things are happening. Now, all of these things that I listed are completely wrong. They should not be happening in school. We know that everybody is welcome at Wincham. All that work that we do in our Heart Smart lessons, in our No Outsiders sessions, they're really important. And if we believe in all of those things, if we believe that everybody is welcome at Wincham, then we shouldn't be having these issues where there is homophobic language or racist language being used. And to be honest, we don't. It doesn't happen. If it does, we need to know about it, because everybody is welcome here. I don't care if you have green skin and 3 legs, and if you worship Pikachu, it doesn't matter. You are still welcome at Wincham. Everybody is welcome here, and we know that. And if somebody new rocks up at school, we are kind to them, we welcome them to our school, and we ask them, come on, let's go play together. Let's sit down and learn together. And then if all of those things happen, if we do all of those things together, if we welcome everybody to Wincham, then this bullying won't happen and it won't be a thing. But if it is, we need to sort it out. So tell an adult and we can help. Right, there's a lot in that anti-bullying policy that you will be able to talk about as a class. So remember those things. Work hard to make sure that everyone is welcome at Wincham, and have a lovely, lovely rest of the day.